It's me. Welcome back to Let's Talk Tuesday. Hopefully I won't almost die for the first 15 minutes of this video because I still didn't get water. I'm just still sitting here, but whatever. So today we're gonna talk about wow, that was loud. Today we're gonna talk about my worst fear. And there's actually I have to try to think of what my worst fear is because I have a lot of fears, but I'm not sure which one is the worst fear. And what would be something that would be good to talk about. I have a lot of little phobias. I have random phobias like bees, anything with a stinger really, like bees, wasps, yellow jackets, mosquitoes, anything that could sting or bite me, I'm afraid of. And my weirdest phobia is actually mold. I cannot if I'm in I cannot how can I explain this? Moldy food, I just cannot stand to look at moldy food, even for a second. I can't do it. But actual fears, I think I'll just tell this story. So, in 4th grade, at the beginning of the year, a thing went around, and it was you know how when somebody got some major infection, notice would go around the school saying that your children have been exposed to this disease at school. So this kid in my grade got meningitis, which is it's I'm not sure exactly what it is. I know I probably should know what it is considering the story I'm about to tell you, but it's a brain thing, and I think it can be deadly. I think it can be. I don't know. I probably sound really ignorant right now. I'm sorry. I just for some reason never bothered to figure out what it actually was. I went and looked it up on Wikipedia just now so that I wouldn't sound completely clueless, but it's not really helping me understand what it is in the because I was looking for something I could quickly glance over, and it's a pretty lengthy article. But anyway, this kid in my class got meningitis, an exposure notice went home. People were saying he was in the hospital, he could die, and he didn't die. But he was in my 5th grade class, he got better. I haven't seen him since 5th grade because he went to a different middle school, but whatever. So all I knew was he was in the hospital, he could possibly die. And we got this exposure notice saying that the rest of us could possibly get it. And I was so paranoid that I was gonna get it. And I don't even know why, because I had never even talked to the guy. But I didn't even know what he looked like. I'd never seen him before. I just knew his name. And I found out his name the day we got the exposure notice. So anyway, I was freaking paranoid that I was gonna get meningitis. And so I read you should wash your hands often. And I became a pretty intense germaphobe, and I wouldn't if it had been more than 10 seconds since I had washed my hands, they were no longer acceptable for handling food that I was going to eat. That kind of thing. And so I was a pretty intense germaphobe. Part of that still I carry with me to this day. I'm still kind of germophobic, but not nearly as intense as I was in 4th grade. I still am nervous about eating off my hands sorry, my necklace is being weird. I'm still really nervous about eating off my hands if it's been a short amount of time since I've washed them, but I'm not as bad as I was in 4th grade. So anyway, and so I was always very careful. I didn't want any dirt to touch my hands ever. I just was always washing my hands. I had hand sanitizer on me at all times. And I would always get those antibacterial wipes from the teacher and wipe off my desk every day. And then there came this one day that we were having an outdoor relay thing in our class, and we had to crawl on the grass on the playground. We had to crawl on the field for part of the relay. And It's like it's an open field. Like people from outside can get onto the field pretty easily that don't go to the school. So there's a lot of dogs that come on the field, especially during the weekends. And it was Monday, and so I had to crawl on the grass, and then when I got back, I stand up, and there's this brown crap on my hand, literally, actually. And I'm just like, is this mud? What is this? I did not feel this when I was crawling on the grass. And my teacher looks at it, she's like, I think that's dog poo. And I'm just like, freaking out. I'm like, there's dog poo on my hand. I'm gonna get meningitis and die. And because I had absolutely no idea what meningitis was in 4th grade. I just knew you could die from it. That is literally all I knew. And so, like, it dates even before that. I was scared of dying. Like in 2nd grade, I heard that mushrooms could kill you, and like a specific kind of mushroom. And then I touched mushrooms on the playground that were growing in the grass. Probably not the kind that could kill you, but I touched them, and I was so scared that I was gonna die. Like I heard you could die within an hour, so I was watching the clock in class, thinking like these are my last minutes. These are my last moments here on Earth, and I'm gonna die. And then time passed and I didn't die. So I was like, oh, I guess that wasn't the kind of mushroom that could kill me. Whatever. Anyway, so then I had this dog crap on my hand, and we were walking back to the classroom, and these guys are making fun of me, and I was like, okay, guys, who wants to hold my hand? And they stopped after that. And I go back to the classroom, and I wash my hands vigorously with soap, like 3 times. And the teacher's like, okay, your hands are clean, you can sit down now. She gave me a Starburst, which I did not eat off of this hand. I ate it off of this hand. I still remember which hand it was. And then I get home. The first thing I do when I get home is I wash my hands with hand soap, shampoo, body soap, conditioner, toothpaste, mouthwash, and hand sanitizer, hot water, cold water, and I think there's something else. I don't remember what it was, but I'm just vigorously washing my hands. And I was just so scared that I was going to die because my hand was in dog poo. And I was like, I'm going to get a deadly terminal illness and I'm going to die. And for the longest time, I was just always paranoid of getting a terminal illness or like getting poisoned or something like that. And like I'm still low-key afraid of dying early, which is completely stupid because part of what I believe with my religious beliefs is that God does not take anyone from the earth until they have accomplished everything they need to on earth as part of his plan. So it's really stupid for me to believe that I could die too soon when I believe that. So it's like really stupid fear for me to have, but I still am low-key afraid of dying too soon. I just am. And there's just that I don't think that's ever going to change. But what's actually really weird about that though is I'm thinking about airplanes because there's only a few more days until I'm flying to California and get to see Christy, and she's gonna pick me up at the airport. But so when I get on airplanes, like I'm not in the least afraid of dying on an airplane. My biggest fear regarding airplanes is my baggage getting lost. That's what I'm afraid of most, because if I die, I don't need any of that stuff. But if I make it to where I'm going and I don't have the stuff that I packed specifically because I needed it where I was going, then I will freak the heck out. That's never happened to me before, and I sincerely hope it doesn't. I'm probably like gonna jinx myself because I go to the airport in 3 days. I mean, by the time this video is up, everybody's gonna know I'm in California. So yeah, I go to the airport in 3 days from when I'm pre-filming this. And hopefully I don't lose my luggage, but yeah. So that's a story about my biggest fear. I guess 10 minutes, I have to edit out the pauses and stuff, but there's a lot of pauses, a lot of coughing. But yeah, that's my biggest fear. I'm sorry this video was so short, but you guys probably don't even care. So I will see you guys next week to talk about something someone told you that meant a lot. Oh, there's a lot of stuff I could talk about for that. Well, I'll see you guys next week. Bye!